Welcome to CIPOT, darlings. I am your host, Miss Zoe. Now, CIPOT is a forum where we talk about what you, the viewers, want us to talk about by your suggestions on our Facebook page. But remember, we will give you credit for any of the topics that we do use. Now, for my fabulous panel of ladies, I would love for them to introduce themselves to you.
I'm Irina Washington.
I'm Brenda Monks.
I'm Sade Marie.
And this is CIPOT. And now, let's choose the topics that you suggested. Now, this topic is real close to my heart, honey. Should affirmative action be banned from school and the workplace? Absolutely not. I do think that sometimes that, people feel like the affirmative action is holding them back, because the whole deal with affirmative action, just in case you guys don't know, is it was used back in the days, I would say especially in the 60s and 70s, to ensure that minorities could have a place as far as in the work and in the schools, because as you know, discrimination has always been alive and well. Minorities does not have to mean that it's only black people or it's only Spanish people. It's the minority. So it can be women, it can be anyone. But basically, if affirmative action is taken away, that means that there is no allowance or accountability for you not getting ahead in life. That means that someone could easily come along, take your job away, or not even hire you based upon you being who you are as far as a black person.
With that being said, that's kind of like, I feel like the fact that they want to remove this from schools and work is kind of like giving them an excuse to bring back racism a little bit to me, because then it's like you said, no one is going to be accountable for, you won't know if somebody's not really making it because, maybe their resume doesn't look good, or maybe they're just not doing well in school, or because, if they're Chinese, Spanish, black, Haitian, whatever. So I disagree with that sense. I mean, I agree with that sense, but I disagree in the sense that if you do work hard and you have the proof,
Okay, hold up. You just now said you agree, but you disagree.
I disagree on one standpoint, but I agree on another standpoint.
No, you got to pick a side.
I don't got to pick nothing. And I agree and I disagree at the same time. I'll make up my mind to agree or disagree in the future. But right now I'm in the middle, because I feel like if you work hard and you put in the work and you're good at what you do, it shouldn't matter what color skin you are. If you're articulate, you carry yourself how you should carry yourself in whatever school or job you're trying to do. It shouldn't matter what color skin you are. But also, racism is still out there, and there's a lot of people who are bosses in high positions that are still racist, but hide it because they have affirmative action. They have to do it.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. So if you're going out for a job and the person next to you, Sade, but Sade, you're not black anymore. You're gonna be white. I'm black. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, so we both going out for the same job. Now, Sade is white, and she's the majority. She's not the minority. And she's smart. She's good at what she does. She's actually better than me. But because I'm black, I got the job over her. Is that right?
That's not right. That's why I'm saying I disagree and I agree, because that's definitely not right. If she's better at the job, she should get it. It doesn't have nothing to do with...
But she's coming from a rich household.
That has nothing to do with what she's good at. That has nothing to do with what she's good at. And that has nothing to do with... That ain't got nothing to do with me. That don't have nothing to do with what she's good at. If she's better than you, she deserves the job.
So now we have proven the point. She is not for affirmative action.
That's good.
I guess I'm not.
You did that right there.
But at the same time, the black sister, I'm proud of you, girl, if you got that job, girl.
Everybody needs to work for what they want.
Exactly.
But at the same time, what if there's a white person and there's a black person?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And they're good as equally, and they have the same potential to do exactly what they're going to do.
But the white person gets it?
But the black person gets it because they want to bring more color into it.
If they're equally just as good, then I mean, it was up to the person on who they wanted to pick. If they're equal. But if it's one person's better than the other, you should definitely go with who's the better candidate.
But
not
off.
I think
Off of race.
Even if they pick somebody, I don't know, off of race or something like that, they still have to prove themselves. You have to prove yourself in the workplace. Just because you're there and you're hired right now doesn't mean you can't get fired.
Exactly.
You know, like everything has everything comes with hard work, dedication. You have to want it. You don't want it, it's not gonna happen.
Well said. I
Thank you.
love it, honey. You are just too fabulous for me right now. I'm loving you. I'm loving you.
She's lovely.
Lovely, that's the name. That's what they call me.
But I mean, I think that affirmative action has definitely made impact on us.
Yes.
You know, and I do feel as though without affirmative action,
We wouldn't have got.
we would not be where we are.
Women as
And who
well.
knows if CIPOT would be here without affirmative action?
What would you guys do without us? Oh my God. Devastating.
Can't live without me.
All right. So you know what? I'm interested to see what you guys on the street think. Tell me, are you for affirmative action or are you against it? You be the judge. Let me see what you think.
So I mean, if people have the same skills, then yes, of course, it's very important that everybody, people of all races, get employment opportunities. And, I mean, I think that should be a given. I think it's ridiculous that that's even a question. There's so much more that has to be done, and we're really a lot less far ahead than we would like to think that we are. It's really frightening. You know what I mean? That the civil rights movement was like 70 years ago. I mean, that's.